Did you know that, according to the ASPCA website, aspca.org, that every year over 100 animals are killed, abused, or neglected? In 2007, there was 1,880 cases of animal cruelty. 1,212 were dogs, 337 were cats, and the other 470 were other animal species. Most of you in this room have seen or heard of in the news of how bad animal cruelty can get, or have seen animals roaming the streets looking for food, water, and shelter. And sometimes there's no justice. What I'm about to show you are images of how far humans can go with animal cruelty. Of 6 dogs, 4 cats, 5 hamsters, 1 guinea pig, 1 baby ball python, and 2 tortoises. I've grown up with animals all my life, and I've experienced helping animals in need, and just having the opportunity to just save someone's life and giving her a proper home was something I'll never forget. The ASPCA, American Society of the Prevention of Animal Cruelty, was the first society established in North America and the largest to provide to open possibilities for animals in need. What I'm going to tell you are 3 key areas of this organization, which is giving rights to animals, providing positive outcomes for animals at risk, and aiding the victims of animal cruelty. The founder of the ASPCA and the first to impose animal rights was Henry Bergh, and he invented the Declaration of Animal Rights. He proposed a speech proposed a speech that brought dignitaries to sign the declaration, and he convinced politicians and committees in order to establish the committee of the ASPCA in 1866. 9 days later, the anti-cruelty law was passed. According to the Mark Durbin, author in Animal Rights, mentions that through animal rights and Henry Bergh's death, it awakened more humane societies, and by using the animal rights, they've created a CSI mobile investigation unit in order to examine animals and care for sick animals too, and to gather evidence for to build on large criminal cases against the animal abusers and lawbreakers. Not only did animal rights bring justice to animals, the ASPCA has provided safety to at-risk animals as well. In this organization, they've saved lives for at-risk animals during natural disasters, through wildfires, hurricanes, floods, and earthquakes. They're there for Katrina, and they're there for Haiti to relieve from animal relief efforts. When there's a disaster, they're there for them, and they've been there all around the world. Through the DMV magazine, veterinarian Dr. Merck says that the ASPCA also responds the fight against puppy mills and the fight against farm animal cruelty. Puppy mills are large-scale commercial dog breeding organizations which are illegal, and they help fight against horse slaughter and horse abandonment. And they fight to help farm animals from factory farming, where thousands of animals are raised in a small space and for food and injected with hormones to increase the product. The fight against animal cruelty is never done, but the investigation to find and free animals from abuse and violent cruelty is in the hands of the ASPCA. The University of Florida, from DMV magazine, They mentioned that the ASPCA also helps bring down cruelty of blood sports and serve victims and aid them of violent abuse against animals. The ASPCA stops the use of blood sports from dog fights and rooster fighting rings across the country. There are cases where they saved 400 dogs, mostly pit bulls, from further abuse of dog fighting, and there was a case in Florida where they brought down the largest rooster fighting ring and saved 650 fighting roosters. One of the ASPCA's most important part of their organization is serving and aiding the victims of animal abuse. The University ASPCA launched yearly in 2010 the first veterinary forensic medicine program that provided forensic equipment and surgical suites for animals who are injured from animal abuse. The animals they find, or animals that the regular citizens find, are in the care and in the hands of the ASPCA. The mission is to provide effective means for the prevention of animal cruelty to animals throughout the whole world. Now you all know the ability and capability, the strength of the ASPCA, and how much they can do and change the world against cruelty to animals. And you've learned the different actions the ASPCA can provide for animals and is still doing in progress. You now are well aware of the different abilities the ASPCA can do to give animal rights, provide them with positive outcomes for at-risk animals, and help and aid the victims of animal cruelty. With the help of everyone in the world, the ASPCA organization will do all they possibly can to end the violence of animals throughout the